Once upon a time, a man named Anthony, who lived with his wife, Emma, and 2 children. Joseph was in 6th grade, while Mary was in 5th. Both were good students, but Mary had a bad habit. She often told lies. During lunchtime, Mary and her friend Lily sat in the schoolyard eating their lunch. Mary took a bite and smiled.
You know, last weekend we went to the zoo. It was amazing.
Lily exclaimed.
Really? What did you see?
Mary smiled.
We saw a lion. I was so scared. My brother Joseph held my hand and dragged me closer. But Dad scolded him.
Lily gasped.
Oh no!
Mary placed a hand on her chest, pretending to shiver.
Yeah. I felt like I was going to die.
Later, as they walked out of school together, Joseph came.
Let's go,
he said. Just then, Lily turned to him and said,
Brother Joseph, you shouldn't have dragged Mary near the lion's cage. She was so scared.
Joseph blinked in surprise and stared at Mary. Mary quickly grabbed his hand.
Goodbye, Lily. We have to go,
she said, rushing ahead. Joseph didn't say a word on the way home. That night, during dinner, Joseph suddenly put his spoon down.
Mom. Dad. I'm a bad brother.
Emma and Anthony exchanged puzzled looks.
What are you saying, dear?
Emma asked. Joseph said,
I dragged Mary to the lion's cage at the zoo. She was terrified.
Anthony asked.
What? We don't understand.
Joseph turned to Mary.
Tell them what you told Lily.
Mary lowered her head.
It was just a joke,
she mumbled. Emma sighed.
Mary, lying isn't a joke. One day, it will cause trouble.
But Mary just focused on her food. On Sunday evening, Mary told her father.
Dad, I helped an old lady cross the road today.
Anthony smiled.
That's good.
But Joseph shook his head.
Dad. She was playing with her friends the whole time. She didn't help anyone.
Anthony's smile faded. He looked at Mary and said,
Lying is a bad habit. My dear. If you keep doing this, no one will trust you anymore.
Mary just laughed. One night at dinner, Joseph took some soup in his bowl and said,
Mom. Tomorrow is Sunday. I want custard.
Emma smiled.
Sure, dear.
Joseph smiled.
Mom. Please add more bananas. You know I love them.
Of course, dear.
Emma replied. On Sunday evening, Emma was cleaning the furniture, while Mary sat on the couch, reading a storybook. After a while, Mary felt hungry. She went to the kitchen, grabbed a banana, and took a bite.
Oh, so ripe and delicious.
She whispered. She ate another, then another, until she felt full. Later, when Emma went to the kitchen to prepare the custard, she saw the bananas.
These aren't enough.
She muttered. Just then, Mary walked in.
Mom, brother ate the bananas.
She said casually. Emma smiled.
Don't worry. We will buy more. Call him here.
Mary went to the lounge.
Brother, Mom is calling you.
Joseph walked into the kitchen.
Yes. Mom?
Emma handed him some money.
Go buy some bananas.
Joseph said.
Mom. It's Mary. She knew the bananas were for custard, but she ate them.
Emma raised an eyebrow.
Really? But she said you ate them.
Joseph's eyes widened.
Mom. She is lying.
Emma sighed.
Oh, Mary.
Joseph shook his head and left for the shop. That night, after dinner, Mary happily ate her custard, enjoying every bite. Emma said,
Dear, you lied that Joseph ate the bananas.
Mary shrugged.
Sorry. Mom.
Anthony and Joseph sighed, while Emma shook her head. One afternoon, Mary was home alone. She got bored and had an idea. She picked up the phone and dialed the fire department.
Help! There is a fire in my house.
She shouted. Within minutes, a fire brigade truck arrived, sirens blaring. Firefighters rushed in, looking for flames. But there was no fire. Everything was normal. The fire officer turned to Mary with a stern face.
Where is the fire?
He asked. Mary laughed.
There is no fire. I was just having fun.
The officer's face turned red with anger.
Do you think this is a joke? While we are here, someone else might really need help.
Mary didn't care. She thought it was funny. But her neighbors had seen everything. As Emma was coming home, their neighbor, Aunt Susan, stopped her.
Emma, you need to talk to Mary. She called the fire brigade for no reason and laughed when they arrived.
Emma was shocked. When she came home, she asked,
You called the fire brigade?
Mary lowered her head.
I was just joking. You embarrassed us. Mary. This is not a game.
Emma scolded her. That night, when Anthony came home and heard about it, he was angry.
Mary, do you understand what you have done?
He sat down and sighed deeply.
Emma, maybe we failed as good parents.
Mary's heart sank. She had never seen her father so disappointed. Tears welled up in her eyes and rolled down her cheeks.
I'm sorry, Dad. I won't lie again.
She promised. Emma hugged her.
We love you, Mary. But you must change. A single lie can cause big trouble.
That night, Mary lay in bed, feeling ashamed. From that day on, she promised herself to always tell the truth.